Hey yo, it's another video, so let's go. It's been a powerful day. Well, let me go ahead and get into it. I don't know what the outcome of that Super Bowl. It was a powerful ritual. Now let me show you something. I was trying to keep this inside, but I'm gonna do is I'll probably make a video of it later. But I just got through with an extremely major ritual. Now today is what? February what? 13. Now now I'm gonna tell you this. Highly melanated people, so-called black people, 13 is our powerful number. So you got 12 disciples. You got 12 months in a year. You got 12 zodiacs. Those are the 12 beasts. But remember, you are your own Christ. So the dot in the symbol, the dot in the center, or the spider in the middle of the web on the zodiac is what? That makes 13. That means you are your own Cristos. All right? And all these different cultures, they say the Cristos. That means the Christ. You don't have to follow or worship any Christ because you are supposed to raise yourself up to the Cristos or the Christ. All right? So now how can we curse at Lucifer? Because remember, Lucifer had to fall into his body just to raise himself up. So we have to go through the same thing, Lucifer. That's why they teach us to go against that. But why is Lucifer, or the devil, his number is 666? Because it's 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, which is carbon. Carbon, you have to be in a melanated body while you're down here and to raise yourself through the fire of Zain, which is the sword. The sword goes up. But don't you have the sword also in another mythology called what? Give me some time. Hold on. My mind is everywhere. King Arthur. The King Aurthur Mysteries. Remember, they pulled Excalibur out of the stone. The sword is the spine, the Kundalini. Why do you think they call us coons? But we don't understand it. We don't understand that the Kundalini is sexual power. That's why they laugh at us when they make fun of the Pigmy on their cartoons when they see the Pigmy eating watermelon. But that's a part of our sexual power. But that's water in a physical form. That's a melon, but that's just called watermelon. Okay, that's right. Spitting, like what MF Doom say? Rising power, MF Doom. Rising power like MF Doom. They said eating like he eating pomegranate, stay spitting new seeds. You know what I'm saying? Rising power, MF Doom. Daniel MF Doom, Doomale, I say. Albert Prodigy Johnson, I say. Remember, on his the right hand, MOBB DEEP, or MAKDI, which is what? A spider, too. Also, you can look it up too. MAKDI, or the spider. But they always had the dragon on their right hand, which is what? The coat of the dragon. The dragon is the oldest form. So the 13 is the number of a dragon, or 19. Okay? Okay then. So the February the 13th, they want that to roll into what? I have a previous video that I just put up on my page. They was talking about how I was talking to you about how they want that this day to roll into the 14th, because that goes into who? St. Louis is what? A person that persecuted highly melanated people, so-called black people. Why do you think Valentine's Day, or the Valentine's Day massacre, happens on February the 14th? Because they named Valentine's Day after a cardinal that had died. It's 3 cardinals named Saint Valentine. So I got a video that I put out the day before. Okay, it's talking about this. You can watch that. 420 is whose birthday? They say, oh, we want you. You can smoke weed on what day? On 420? No, they telling you that because you know whose birthday that is? That's Adolf Hitler's birthday. Adolf Hitler, Heru or Horus, our ancestor, took over his body. Why do you think they had the falcon or of Horus? The hawk of Horus? You had the black hawk, the black falcon with his wings out, and it was holding the swastika. The swastika was turned backwards in order for war. And who's the war deity? Heru, Horus. That's the war deity. And what was the colors of the SS or the Nazis? Black and red. Black and red is also the color of who? The Moors. The Moors means the black ones. The black woolly haired ones. That's us. And they got their information. The Nazis got the information from the Tibetans. The Tibetans. All right. That's our information. I'm going to go ahead and do it. The Nazis, they learned how to make the atom bomb, because when they killed all those European Jews, the Ashkenazims, they're not the real Jews or the real Hebrews. We are highly melanated people. Or when they had figured that out, it was like, oh, all we gotta do is kill. When we killed all the people and putting them people in an incinerator, what did he have? Another form of melanin. He was able to create an atom bomb through all that melanin, all those people he had killed. They don't want us to know about that. That's why they keep killing us. They keep, when you go to those blood banks and all that shit, and they take all your organs. When you go to the hospital, when you die, do not make yourself an organ donor, because they go and kill you and use you for something else. But remember, our power, we are walking atom bombs. We are walking atom bombs. Ashe. Anyway, let me go ahead and give reference to my ancestors, because I am my ancestors and my ancestors are me. 63 is the year Whitney Houston was born, 1963. She was a version of MAAT in a physical form, just like Aaliyah, Akasha Harden, Akash, the Siddhakash in India. Akasha, Siddhakash means the blackening stage. Melanin, carbon, the same thing. We are. That's why when people try to get up on us and we got their attitude, we blowing up on people. We are walking atom bombs, but we just don't know our strength and our power. Just like Tupac said, niggas look around, recognize your strength. Only you the ones that can choose to walk up off this planet. Remember, use your mind. Use your mind. Think. They can't get rid of you. Only we can get rid of ourselves. Ashe, remember that shit. We got to be able to control our mind. Balance. When we using the lower side too much, we got to go to our higher self. And when we use both, we balancing ourselves. That's Ma'at. That's chaos. Ma'at is chaos. Ashe. Akasha, in the queen of the dam, is Ma'at in a vampiric form. Because what she say? The vampire male bit Akasha, which is the highest form. The highest form male is melanin. Okay. 74 just passed. That's the number of Albert Prodigy Johnson was born in 1974. Remember I was talking about the dragon? That's why they have when you look on the back, if anybody has the back of the Hell on Earth album, you know what I'm talking about. There it is, the dragon. The dragon. The handshake, with Prodigy say, with the handshake we used to do, he felt his palm against mine. The palm or the web, like I said, the spider, the 12 plus 1, that means you become your own savior. Ashe, the dragon, the Lee dragon, that's who we are. We are walking dragons. That's why in an old video I seen, you'll seen like the dragon being killed by like three or four men in armor. Just like police jump on highly melanated people. They say they say we need backup. We need backup. Their major weapon is that walkie-talkie. That's their weapon, because what they do is they got to call for backup. They say they see one of us, that equals to 4 or 5 of us. So how can we be a third of a man? That means it's a reverse. They're the third of a man. That's why they need the backup when they see us. We got to look at everything backwards. Everything they give us is fucked up. Remember that. Come on. Ashe. Remember, the mind is the weapon. The mind is everything. Ashe. I felt your palm against mine, because we did our handshake all the time. Why it had to be your time and go and not mine. Spill tears to myself crying. All the fights we had, the laughs we shared. the nights we would get nice. Then, plates of food, I split it in half. I dedicate the rest of my life to all my niggas that passed. I shame. Close. See? On the round table, just like King Arthur on the round table. In the middle, if you ever watched the movie Excalibur, he has a dragon in the middle of the table. But remember, and if you watch Excalibur, why did they put the fire in the middle? That's the melanin. When you see the circle and the dot, the black dot, that's carbon, carbonic ash, melanin, ashe. And see, he has the what? He has the death sickle. Because remember, Prodigy had what? Sickle cell. He had the death sickle on his chest since he was a kid. Now watch this. Juvenile hell. You see them with the sickle in his hand? Havoc and Prodigy. The death sickle. Poetical Prophets or MOBB DEEP. Juvenile hell classic album. Rising Power. Prodigy. Ashe. T'Challa. Ashe. Rising Power, Albert Prodigy Johnson, Ashe. Rising Power, Tupac Amaru Shakur, Machiavelli, Ashe. Sun Ra, Rising Power, space is the place, space is the place. Rising Power, Professor X, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Protected by the red, the black, and the green with the key, sissy. Rising Power, Chad Pimp C Butler, Ashe. Rising Power, Whitney MAAT Houston, Ashe. Ashe. Rising Power, Marvin Gaye, Ashe. Rising Power, Jimi Hendrix, Ashe. Rising Power, Miles Davis, Ashe. Rising Power, John Coltrane, Ashe. Rising Power, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Ashe. Rising Power, Ella Fitzgerald, Ashe. Rising Power, Johnny Guitar Watson, Ashe. Ain't that a bitch? Rising Power, Fela Ransom Kuti, Ashe. Fela Kuti, Ashe. If a lot of people don't know about her, Rising Power, Alice Coltrane, genius with the music. Ashe. Look at that. This is a double album. Universal Consciousness and Lord of Lords. Dope album. Ashe. Ashe. Dope albums. Rising Power, Russell ODB Jones. Ashe. Rising Power, James Brown. Ashe. Rising Power, Michael Jackson. Ashe. Rising Power, Prince. I got 3 chains of gold and they will shine forever. Look up the song 3 Chains of Gold. That song is like the 3 Blind Mice by the Funkadelic. The same 3 Chains of Gold is your 3 major glands in your head. Rising Power, Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. Ashe. Rising Power, Minnie Ripperton. Ashe. Rising Power, Aaliyah Akasha Horton. Ashe. Rising Power, Aaliyah Akasha Horton. Ashe. Ashe. Rising Power, Marvin Gaye. This is an album. I know they overcharging for this album, but if you can get your hands on it, get your hands on it. It's his most spiritual album. They think what's going on. That's another good album, but in our lifetime is an extremely spiritual album. Look at the artwork. This the last album he did with Motown. This is what made him want to leave Motown, because they tried to bootleg his album. The same thing that happened to Bilal with the album Love for Sale. I still won't listen to the bootleg copy. I will not listen to it. I will not do it. Also, what up, cousin? Nipsey Hussell, Ashe. 1414 is my aunt, Ashe. Victory Lap. You already showed us. You already did what you had. You did what you had to do. We gotta. Hey, the marathon continues. Ashe. The TMC. The marathon continues. Ashe. Purple Rain. Ashe. Prince. Ashe. Michael Jackson. Ashe. What if they would have worked together? Ashe. The ego has to be taken out of the place in order for more power to be brought to us as a people. The ego has to be taken out of the place. Ashe, Curtis Mayfield. Ashe. Let me show y'all something. So now, today is the 14th, and there's 2 days left to what? The full moon. The full moon. So in mythology, Sin is what? The deity of the moon, right? Okay, but look, I don't know if you can't really see the stars, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway. But this right here, see that little star right there? That's the brightest star in our galaxy. It's called the star Sirius. But if you look up, you're gonna find Orion's Belt, those 3 and the 2 on the side, which is a cross. And then you go up, and you got the star of Draconis. So all together, you got the star of Draconis, Orion's Belt, and the star Sirius. It makes a complete dragon. But remember, Heru faces his uncle, which is Set, but really it's really his father's. It's really all one body. So you see what I'm saying? So if it's all one body, Heru turns and gains the power of his uncle. And when he gains his power, he turns into Set. If you read in your further your studies in mythology, you can read and you know Set turns into Set. So that means he has to raise himself. And you see a complete dragon in the sky. And you see the moon's gonna be a full moon on the 16th. So the 16th is gonna be a full moon. This power is leading into something. So now you see the dragon right next to, it's gonna be a full moon right next to each other. So you see in the mythology, or if you get the book by Kenneth Grant, The Ninth Gate, or it's the Ninth Arch. But you can buy the movie by Roman Polanski called The Ninth Gate. When Babylon sits on the beach. You got to watch the movie to understand it. Watch the movie and read your mythology. So you're gonna see the moon and the dragon commence together. Okay, now time to take you to the abyss. And look, the 17, the number. I didn't notice this, but the number 17 is the number of Zain or Sin. That's the number of the moon. But if you reflex it, it's 71. That means you turn the 17 into 71. But 71 is what? Now this is how you know they was running a ritual for the Super Bowl. Let me tell you something. They ain't gonna tell you. I had my ancestors gave it to me to break it down. 71 times 3, right? Is what? Look at it. 213. What's today's date? February the 13th. February the 13th. Okay? February the 13th. 71 times 3 is what? 213. What's the area code of LA? 213. Why did they have a Super Bowl on 213? To make a ritual to bring the force of St. Louis over from France, or in France, all the way from that goes from New Orleans up the Mississippi River to St. Louis, Missouri, or St. Louis, Illinois, where East St. Louis, where all those Indian mounds were. That's the largest Indian mound in America right there. Then you got to go from the 9th Arch or the 9th Gateway over to the west. But I ain't going to say what's in between that. If you do your studies, you're going to find it. Then it comes over here to where? To LA. And there is a highway called 213. But also, they have, if you look at Artesia, why would the Artesia River goes from what? Who supposedly performed at the halftime show? It's all part of the ritual. They gotta run it. They gotta put melanated people in the ritual, right? Who's the performing acts? Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, right? But look, this is how the ritual is ran. The Artesia, they using that. The Death of the Nile, right? The Death of the Nile came out on what? February the 11th. Didn't Whitney MAAT Houston, she lost her physical body on February 11th, and they kept performing. They kept going with the party. Remember Shaka Khan said, I can't believe they kept partying when she passed upstairs. So what is 2 times 11? 22, the number of Ma'at, right? So that's why the Death of the Nile, Death on the Nile, that movie came out on the day she passed. Okay? Peep it. Peep it. Now, it's not over. You can't run from it. Don't run from it. Stay right here. Don't run from it. So 2/11, that was the day that movie came out. And what? She passed and what? On the West Coast. Or if you look at Artesia is connected to what? The Pacific Ocean. And Artesia runs up through who? Long Beach and Compton. That's why they ran the ritual. Everything inside you is outside yourself. Don't become a fool. These motherfuckers will run rituals on you left and right. I'll run my own ritual to reverse that power, to reflect that power. So if 71 times 3, that's 213 today. So remember, you got 2 more days for the full moon. Bring your power into existence. And remember, the moon brings on what? The powers of the shores. Watch this. So, if you go in Nordic mythology, you'll find the abyss, 2 pieces of sticks or twigs washed up on the shore. That's your physical body. That's the cross, right? Your physical body is the cross. So the abyss is the shores in Nordic mythology. But in Sumerian mythology or the Necronomicon, the abyss is the darkness. The abyss is the darkness. So this is where the abyss meets the darkness. Ashe. Hey, Ashe. 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 Zain. Zain. Since and Y turns into Set. And Set is Heru Horus. And Heru turns into something more powerful. 23 is the number of the man crossing over to that which is beyond man. You go into a new paradigm. What you know about it? Huh? When you do the work for the ancestors, they show you do the work for it. At the abyss, Cthulhu is Set Heru. Ashe. At the abyss. I would go, ain't I? At the abyss. What you know about it? Huh? What you know about it? Man crossing over to that which is beyond man. Ashe, what up? Killing God daily. God don't love highly melanated people. God don't love black people. I can prove it. I've been proving it. Been proving it. Ashe. "23, man crossing over to that which is beyond man. Nigga, kill God. "23, MAAT.